Coming up on Showhouse Showdown, we're taking two very different designers and giving them two brand new, identical model homes to design.
I've never seen anything like this before.
No, you've never seen this before. This is an original.
With the help of their crew, they will tackle the same 5 rooms, creating 10 amazing makeovers in a fierce head-to-head competition. First, designers Quentin and Niall meet Don Robitzer, Chief Operating Officer of the Commonwealth Group, the developer of Darley Green, to learn more about the target market for these homes.
Darley Green was a redevelopment of 633 dilapidated townhomes, and the main goal was to promote home ownership in the town of Claymont and community pride. So we were really focused on the first-time home buyer, the young upward professionals.
In my kitchen, the countertops are the star of the show. There's a lot of movement in them, a lot of color differentiation. It picks up on a lot of tones throughout the home. The backsplash, on the other hand, plays the supporting role. So we'll do 3 tiles, and then we do pencil liner.
If that works for you.
That works. Okay. No, that works. So basically what I wanted to do was elevate the cabinets in the space. So again, another space where we can take notice of the high ceilings.
Right. Now, I noticed you have the microwave right here.
Front and center.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a microwave kind of guy, so I like it where I can get to it.
There you go. So no problem on that being the emphasis?
No problem on that being the emphasis.
When you think about it, like from the standpoint of how you lay out the kitchen, you're thinking more about the functional use of the kitchen and the potential buyer, not necessarily about your own design aesthetic.
I always think about function and form and how I can marry the two of them together. Function first.
Function
and then
first.
Form. Yep.
Great. Let's take you over here too. You got
We've got this really great single bowl sink. It's very, very deep. We've got the cool touch mount faucet.
Yeah.
What I like to do is touch it for it to turn on.
Back at Quentin's, his grout situation has finally been solved.
What's happening in here?
We had a little bit of an issue with the grout.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
They thought I had chosen a white grout. They got it taken care of, though. As you can see, we have a little bit of an off-white, creamy grout, and it just blends right in. I basically wanted to really emphasize the tile, not the grout.
Well, I like the way the backsplash goes all the way up. That looks great.
When I designed the kitchen, I wanted this to be a focal point. I almost look at this as a piece of sculpture.
Now, one question with the cabinets. I've seen oftentimes people take the cabinets all the way up as well when they do that to kind of elongate the whole look of the room. You didn't choose to do that.
I thought this way, this really emphasizes this. You have a little bit of variance, so it truly makes this stand out. I actually blew this wall down a little bit so this could move up and be centered in the space.
And now how about the island? Tell me about this.
The island, I actually, I changed it up a little bit. The microwave in most of the designs are right here above the stove.
Right.
So I actually extended it into the bottom of the island.
Check that out.
Down underneath here, I have a microwave set in there. A microwave should never be a feature. Let's hide it. It's practical, but I don't need to see it all the time.
Well, you've definitely done some things that are very different, so I can't wait to see it all come together.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The upper cabinets in the kitchen are glass front, and they're meant to be decorative. Adding those cabinets was a form of artwork in the kitchen. Instead of leaving that area open to collect dust, I wanted to add an element of interest. Oh, that looks good. It's just enough to make a statement, but it's not too much. This is my kitchen.
The finished project?
Yeah.
First thing I see is the artwork up there. That is a really cool touch. And the lighting is coming from the bottom up, not from the top down.
Which gives it a whole different effect.
Now you have, there's no glass in here.
No glass. No glass, because what I wanted was something substantial over the island, because this is a substantial piece of cabinetry. But I didn't want to take away from the really great cabinet work behind.
Yeah, that's different. I don't know that I've seen fixtures like this without glass around it.
Nope, and these really aren't even meant for a kitchen.
No?
I like to use things that are meant for something else somewhere else. These are foyer lights, but they're just hung shorter, and they fill the island space well.
And it really defines the space,
It defines the space well, yep, it does.
You went with a two-tiered?
Two-tiered. I prefer that. I insist that, because if you're like working or prepping or doing something for dinner, your guests don't have to necessarily be in the way, and it's also hidden from the dining area.
Right. Well, I was just noticing the backsplash.
You usually see just the subway tile, but this adds a splash of color, but it also keeps your eye running horizontally, and it elongates the space.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge space that you have here, right off the edge of the kitchen.
The way I decided to treat it was as a, are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable.
See what I'm saying? It's very inviting. I just treated it as a lounge.
This is really, I think, your statement right here, for me.
Absolutely.
This is casual luxury. This came a long way. The splash goes all the way across. Well, at least it appears to.
Well, there we go. That's the little trick. Instead of running your tile all the way through, if you could, pull this forward, you'd see that the tile pretty much ends here on this level, and then he took it all the way across and all the way down the other side.
Right.
So anyone looking at your tile job is going to think you tiled that whole wall,
Sure.
and you really didn't.
I think I'm going to steal that.
You're welcome to.
Do you mind?
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
You didn't take the cabinets all the way up. It actually does put more focus on the hood. Is this Caesar stone or soapstone? What
It's
is it?
tile stone.
Wow.
So it's just handy dandy. You can cut on it. You can put a pot on it. It's totally useful.
Now tell me again why you decided to go with just one tier like this.
When you have that piece up there, it takes away from your counter space.
Now, the little sitting area here. Tell me
Yes.
about this.
This is just a wonderful little nook. Just kind of sit and enjoy
Don't
the
mind if
kitchen.
I do.
Absolutely. Comfortable little space.
Please.
Well, thank you.
This is comfy.
Thank you so much.
Man, you really did it. You turned this around in no time, too. I mean,
Thank you.
We got the show house. We got people coming to the open house.
Yes.
Where do you think this kitchen puts you in the whole grand scheme of things with the competition?
I think it puts me ahead.
Think it's a winner?
I do.